My name is Dennis Walton. I am a resident of the Amani neighborhood. I've lived here my entire life. I'm 47 years old, and I've lived in the Amani community for 47 years. And as a resident of the community growing up here, one of my favorite people who I'm here to talk about is Dr. Carter. Dr. Carter, and the question is, what did Dr. Carter mean to me and mean to our community? Well, I think it's safe to say that Dr. Carter was not only a friend to many of the people in our community and a healer overall, but a father to many of us when we were young. And he was actually one of the most influential men that I ever had the opportunity to meet. And it was because of him I was exposed to a level of professionalism from Black men, as well as love and nurturing from Black men. One thing that we knew about Dr. Carter in our community is that whenever we had any type of sickness, any type of illness, we always had someone to go to who cared about us. And not only did he care about us by just giving us medicine, but by teaching us about health, about teaching us healing, teaching us about holistic healing, not just pharmaceutical medicines, but he always took the time to diagnose our problems, understand our problems, and make sure that he gave us the best cure that he could for whatever situation. So Dr. Carter has saved thousands and thousands of lives in our community. He's been around to help generation after generation of families in our community. And him being a pioneer at the time that he moved into the Amani community and into the 53206 neighborhood zip code, it just shows how resilient he was in those times. You know, being one of the only Black pharmacists, being a graduate of Harvard. Those things were very significant in the time that he moved here. And he persevered through all of those barriers and really was an anchor, a staple, and an icon in our neighborhood. And his legacy is something that I hope that we can definitely memorialize. I think that whereas we cannot replace the significance of a Dr. Carter, it is definitely a tremendous loss. What we can do is memorialize his legacy. What we can do is remember what Dr. Carter stood for: the love, the healing, the nurturing, the care, the compassion. So all of those things embody the traits of a Dr. Carter. And as he became a staple and an anchor in our community in his present, in his past, I think that we have the opportunity to use his characteristics, his traits, and his life work of healing as a catalyst to continue the revitalization of our neighborhood. And I think Dr. Carter would definitely honor that and welcome that. So overall, when we talk about a Dr. Carter and what he meant as a pioneer in our community and as an icon, he is someone who's going to be truly missed. He was greatly appreciated, and the loss is definitely irreplaceable. So anything we can do to move his vision for healing forward, I think is the best thing that we can do, not only for the city of Milwaukee, but for our state, for our nation. He was someone who was recognized worldwide and respected worldwide. And we have to, I think, be mindful of the fact that while we were so fortunate to have him locally for the times that we had in our life, that we could just readily assess him, Dr. Carter's reach was local, national, and international.